and welcome. You are listening to At Home with Ifeno. Here, we'll talk about helping women know and understand their worth, find fulfillment in who they are, and in what they do. Every other week, we'll talk about your identity as a woman, discovering your unique purpose, intentionally raising the next generation, and your influence in homemaking. I am your host, Ifoma Nneka Omoni. Welcome to another exciting show. How are you today? It's indeed a great day to be alive. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day it is, wherever you are. I welcome you to another exciting episode of At Home with Ifeno podcast. Be you at home doing your chores as a professional homemaker, home engineer, whatever appellation you have given yourself. You're on your way to work, driving, wherever you are. Please invest the next few minutes as you listen attentively to what is coming. It promises to be rewarding. Today's topic is the best job I ever had. Wow, the best job I ever had. I'm sure you people will be like, this must be $1 billion job. Yes, it's the best one I have ever had, and I would like to share my journey so far. When I was much younger, I had a strong desire to be a medical doctor. Why, you might ask? I loved caring for people. I always wanted to make sure that people were okay and well taken care of. I also liked seeing places, things, and even people look organized and well kept. In summary, the hospitality touch was my natural element, which I believed could be channeled into the field of medicine. But it didn't work that way. I am actually a graduate of human anatomy, the study of the structures and systems of the human body. It is a course that is very key to the practice of medicine and other areas of health. So during my education in the university, I planned that after graduating from human anatomy, I would switch over to medicine. But plans didn't go as I desired. Fast forward to my present reality. You might be wondering, so am I working in a medical lab today? What am I doing? What's this best job I'm saying I ever had? Wow. I am a passionate CEO of home affairs in my family. Yes, the chief executive officer of my home. The role of a CEO in most companies is usually considered the highest ranking officer. So as the CEO of my home, I am in charge of making decisions that determine the day-to-day activities of my home. Decisions like making sure that my family is fed with nutritious meals, that they are well groomed and looking presentable in appearance, and that the atmosphere of my home is welcoming and inviting. The list goes on and on. Wow, what a job to have. Professional stay-at-home moms, like some people might say, home CEOs, as I am saying it is today, these are people, individuals, whose job circles around managing, organizing, and coordinating the day-to-day activities of a household while managing other domestic concerns. So, why is it that stay-at-home moms, housewife, like some people might call us, I call myself the home CEO, why is it that people don't really take what we do professional? To me, I feel there is a sense of professionalism in homemaking, in being a stay-at-home mom. In fact, a friend of mine says we are professional stay-at-home moms. Professionalism has to do with competence and skill practiced in an activity. So, if one has decided to stay back at home and become so competent in what is being done at home, carrying out the activities, making sure that nothing is lacking at home, nothing is out of order, then there's a form of professionalism in that career or job. Some of the job titles for stay-at-home mom, CEO homes, home engineer, and even director of child development. These are some of the job titles given to those of us who stay majorly at home. One thing I want you to know is that whatever the title you call yourself or people give you, your value and worth is not tied to that title. Your value is in who you are, how you see yourself, and who you believe you are. My taking up this job or career of a home CEO was a deliberate one. It came willingly. Like I said, I have a strong passion for the family sphere. And I believe that the family is the foundation of every society, every nation. And so the family plays an important role in grooming lives, shaping destinies, and it has a way of influencing how our world turns out. I'd like to share 3 top skills that home CEOs tend to possess, and an acronym that would help us in remembering these 3 top skills is spelled TOM, T-O-M. T is for time management skills, O is for organizational skills, and M is for multitasking skills. There are definitely other skills that help in being an excellent stay-at-home mom or home CEO. But these 3 I have mentioned, time management skills, organizational skills, and multitasking skills, are top on the list. So someone might be wondering, has this job of yours, this best job you say you have ever had in homemaking, has it been all rosy for me? Not at all. I don't think there is any job or career that has it all. There are ups and there are down times in every career. I'll briefly share some pros and cons of homemaking. I'll start with the cons. Number 1 is income suspension. This is usually top on the list as it is not guaranteed that one would always have a regular income, even if your spouse supports. It's an area that I always encourage housewives, home CEOs to take very seriously, to start something from home, no matter how small, no matter how little. It is very important to be empowered financially, even if you are working from home. Through the works of your hands and from the comfort of your homes, you can generate a lot of income. Another con in homemaking or in being a homemaker or a home CEO is that there is little recognition. Like I said, a lot of people feel that stay-at-home moms, that will just lazy around, that when the children are off to school, there's nothing more to do. It's not true. For people like us, many of us are intentional, we are deliberate. We plan ahead. Before the children are back from school, we would have figured out what dinner is going to be, We would have gone out to do some shopping, doing some runarounds. And for many of us that already have businesses, we'll definitely be engaged with our businesses. So even when there is little recognition, it's not as if our efforts are not meaningful. This little recognition is one area that makes a lot of stay-at-home moms not proud of what they do. Many times our efforts and inputs in our homes go unnoticed, and it's natural to be complimented as a human being. We expect that our children, our spouse, we appreciate what is being done. Maybe you've had a hectic day in the kitchen, and it took a lot of time to prepare dinner, only for you to not even receive any compliments when the food is being eaten. But one thing I want you to know is that despite the little recognition from men, from people, God Almighty sees all the little details you put in to make sure that the home is successfully running. Your work is round the clock. It's usually said that the job of a stay-at-home mom is a thankless job. Sometimes you don't really receive the thank you expect. But that's one of the cons of the career. Another thing that could be overwhelming is being exhausted with the children. It is very common to find that your children keep coming to you to express themselves, to ask for help with school work, even when their father is at home, because they are used to you being around and available. This could really be overwhelming and tiring. Now, down to the pros. What are the good things about being a home CEO? Number one I will mention is freedom with your schedule. As the CEO of your home, you are in charge of your time. You could decide that immediately after you do your school drop-off in the morning, that you could take a short nap. And this cannot happen if you're in paid employment. So you have that freedom to arrange your time, to schedule whatever you want to do that day and that time. And this gives you that freedom to make your choice in scheduling your activity for the day. One other pros of being a home CEO is that you have more bonding time and attention with your children and spouse. For this to be a reality, so that one is not carried away by house chores and the likes, this has to be intentional and must be planned. You could be home and still far and distant from your children and spouse. Remember that you are the director of child or your children development. Yes, your husband is involved in parenting, but because of our unique role and influence as mothers and wives, we have that power to bond. We have that influence, especially in our homes. And let's remember that our husband and our children are what our priority. These are just a few that I'll share for now. I'm sure there are a lot more pros to our career and this wonderful job that we are on. I also like to say that on this career path of being a home CEO, there are some things that I would like to share with us that will help us enjoy our journey. It's a journey, it's something that this career path is something that doesn't just end because your children will still be with you until they leave. And even when they leave, when they settle in their own homes, get married, you have a way of still being part of their lives. One thing that has helped me so far in my journey and in this career path, in this best job that I call it, is that I take pride in my home. I encourage you to take pride in your home. You are different from everyone. Yes, your duty and your tasks are like a routine in a repeated cycle, but never compare yourself with anyone. No two homes are the same. Even if you are twin sisters, your home is unique and different. So take pride in yours. 2, treat homemaking as a job and enjoy it. Wake up in the morning, take a bath like any other person getting ready to leave the house for their own job, get dressed. You can create a space at home as your office, especially when you run your business from home. Now, the era we are in of online business, you can actually be at home with your laptop and do a lot of transactions. So enjoy your job as a home CEO, as a professional stay-at-home mom. And remember that time keeps ticking. Enjoy this moment with your children, especially because before you know what, they've all grown up, and the next thing you find out that they are out of the house. So enjoy homemaking and take it as a beautiful job. 3, focus on one task at a time. We can't do everything at the same time. Do what you can, delegate where you can, and leave the rest for another day and time. I, in particular, struggle with this at times, as I always want things to be done in a certain way, in a particular way. But I've learned over time that my health is important. If I keep taking so much at a time, it will affect my health. And once my health is affected, imagine the home CEO breaking down. A lot of things will go wrong. So focus on one task at a time and do what you can at a time. Another thing that has helped me is involve your children, no matter how young. Many life skills are not taught in our schools today. So teach your children and get them involved in making their beds, sweeping and cleaning their rooms, keeping their rooms tidy, washing dishes, helping you in the kitchen to pick vegetables, pick beans, run errands for you. Get them involved. It would really help. It will also make them know what you go through, even in making sure that things are being done back at home. And then, the last but not the least is that you should create time for your husband. Many husbands complain about their wives focusing so much on their children and neglecting them. Please, we really need to be very intentional with bonding with our spouse. Deliberately set out time for yourselves, even as the children are still present, so that when the children are grown and live to their own homes, you and your husband won't end up looking like strangers that have been living together. It won't be funny at all. So one thing that has helped me too is sometimes, just take a drive out. You could go and watch a film at the cinema. It could just be a drink, just to relax and talk about things that are not about maybe bills, school fees, trying to pay for this, to ease the tension down. Be deliberate and create time for yourself. Being a home CEO has been the best job and would still be the job I would choose, the career path I would choose. Why? It has helped build my hospitality capacity and passion. Despite the odds involved in this career path, I have grown over the years, and I'm still growing because the journey still continues. This role of being the home CEO has given me the opportunity to make decisions that influence lives, the life of my children, the life of my husband. It's a great honor, it's a great privilege, and that's why I will keep saying it over and over again. It's the best job I ever had. It's the best job I would choose, because when you sit back and look at the influence, the change, and even you being the home CEO, you also grow and learn. You learn and unlearn in this journey. So I want you to know, be you a professional stay-at-home mom, be you a career woman out of the home in your office, whoever you are, remember that your worth is not in that title. Your worth is in knowing who you are, and your value is tied to the contribution you are making to your family, making to your society and your community, and making to the nation at a larger scale. So enjoy wherever you have found yourself and take it as the very best and enjoy the journey. It's been a wonderful time today, and the journey still continues. Thanks for joining us this week on At Home with Ifeno. Check us out on Instagram at Ifeno17. As always, subscribe to the show to catch every new episode and leave us a review so we can continue to bring you fresh content. See you next in 2 weeks' time.